And have a great rest of your evening.
Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo.
Self-proclaimed neo-Nazi Nick Fuentes, his stream was streaming gay pornography. Now, this was on his personal channel, and he is saying that it wasn't his fault. He's blaming it on a hack from a pro-Israel Telegram channel. Now, look, usually I would laugh at that allegation. I don't know who hacked him, if he was in fact hacked, but it's not far-fetched that he was hacked. With that said, let's give you the details. He does have a long history of praising some pretty deplorable historical figures, including Hitler, denying the Holocaust, and espousing other anti-Semitic beliefs. He also hates Israel, which theoretically would be a motive for such an attack. Although, if Israel has an interest in pointing to anti-Semitism in the United States, Nick Fuentes would be a perfect person to point fingers at. Now, Fuentes wrote this. This is getting desperate. My proprietary live streaming site was hacked after my stream went offline by someone claiming to be IDF Unit 8200. The hacker took credit by watermarking the porn and leaving messages on the back end, I'm sure they did, of the site. Easily disprovable nonsense. So for context, IDF Unit 8200 is an intelligence unit that engages in cyber warfare. However, the unit has not taken responsibility for the broadcasting of pornography on Fuentes' stream. Now, Fuentes did go on to acknowledge that the hack was unlikely to have been done by the IDF, but rather was connected to a pro-Israel Telegram account called Am Israel Chai. He alleged the hacker exploited a vulnerability in the web app to gain access and create multiple playlists and pornographic videos, which he streamed to my Cozy channel after my stream went offline. He included messages in the title of each playlist offering money to my development team to leak information to him. Now, some people, including former Congressman George Santos, are not buying it, although I'm not buying anything coming from George Santos. Nonetheless, he tweeted the following. Nick Fuentes streamed gay porn last night on his show. Now, gapers, a reference to groypers, are claiming it was a Mossad hack. For the love of God, gapers, just accept your zaddy Fuentes is a homo. Which is usually a derogatory way of referring to gay people. Now, whether or not Nick is hacked, or if he actually just got caught streaming gay porn, we obviously have no idea. We don't know for sure. What we can say is that Nick said plenty of things in the past to suggest that he might be into that sort of thing. I don't know, you judge for yourselves.
What, people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend? I think if anything, it makes me less gay. If anything, it makes me not gay, as opposed to less gay. Not that there's any gay, but it makes me not gay. Well, because think about it this way. You know, a gay people do date girls all the time. Real. And when I said on Elijah Schaefer's show, when they said, have you ever been in a romantic relationship? Have you ever had sex with a girl? And I said, no. If you name searched me on Twitter, as I always do, all these gay people are coming out and saying, I've had more girlfriends than Nick. I've had sex with more girls than Nick. So like I said last week, not only is that thinking flawed, but actually it's the reverse. That actually makes me really more heterosexual than anybody. If we're really being honest, never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman really makes you more heterosexual, because honestly, dating women is gay. Having sex with women is gay.
Hang in there, buddy. Go ahead, Cenk.
Maybe the thought of having sex with women is what's making him gay. He's like, wow, who would do that? That's okay. I looked. To be fair to Nick, you know, there was a time in my life when I was also a virgin, and that was my straightest time ever. Later, when I started having relationships with women,
Oh my God.
This guy's hilarious. Anyway, and also a Nazi. Look, there are no winners in this story. So I don't care if they hacked him or didn't hack him. Don't care at all. I don't care if he's gay. I care that he's a Nazi. A lot more relevant. Like him being a gay Nazi is kind of funny, right? But how funny could a Nazi be? So now, of course, the only relevant part of the story is that he has fans. Like how?
I guess that's relevant. I just think there's a fan base for anyone. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
I guess. I know you're right, Anna. I mean, and it's so crazy. I mean, look at these two guys, and then Santos gets involved because, of course, and Santos is like, wait. You're fake gay, I'm real gay, but you might be real gay too. And then remember, Santos pretended to be Jewish. So he's okay, so like, but I'm real gay, but I'm fake Jewish. What is this? What is this? I mean, this country, the media system, the right wing, politics overall, everything has devolved. And like mainly, I know it's not Mossad because Mossad would never bother. Like they wouldn't care. They got bigger fish to fry, right? They're not wasting their time on Nick irrelevant Fuentes. And you're right, Anna. If anything, like Israel might be happy to have a Fuentes like guy hanging around so they could say, look at all the terrible anti-Semitism, etc. Because he's deplorably anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I totally agree. Look, I think that the most shocking part of this entire story is that he's created a platform and decided to title it Cozy? Cozy.
But not gay.
Cozy, no, I don't think that means you're gay. Way. Like, but it's just, like, do Nazis want to title their proprietary streams Cozy? Like, what? Okay.
Because they're cuddly Nazis? I don't know.
Maybe.
So look, of course, cozy doesn't just necessarily mean gay, but it's just funny that he's. I mean, and look, did you hear the couple of things that he said that I thought were hilarious? If you name search me on Twitter, as I always do.
I know.
Okay, and then he said, "Now you know what's less gay? I mean, not that there's any gay. Okay, and me, who goes around saying there's no gay in me?"
He just seemed a little panicky in that explanation of why he's even less gay because he's never had sex with a woman. He's less gay than men who have had sex with women because he hasn't had sex with women. Okay.
Remember, Anna, there's no gay in him at all. Not earlier that night, not the night before. There's never been a gay in him.
Listen, I don't care if he's gay. I don't care if he's straight. I just he needs a little love because I think he's got a lot of pent up toxic whatever, right? And maybe he'll let go of the hateful stuff if he gets laid, right? Don't care who he gets laid by. Don't care about the gender or the sex of the individual who lays him. Just please, find that person. Don't be ashamed. Get that toxicity out of your system. Do it now.
But I don't know that any human is willing to sign up for that task. So this is why we need a holodeck. Okay. That's
having sex with a hologram. Is that a thing?
It's a holodeck. It's a Star Trek thing. You wouldn't understand. But no, I wouldn't. You see, things get way more peaceful in the future when we invent a holodeck and these bi-curious Nazis just go away, go into the holodeck and we never see them again.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.